This book is such a pain. I have decided I'm just gonna write the end. I'm literally, I kid you not, like 25 words into the epilogue. And the last third of the book hasn't even been written, but I don't care anymore. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Nelly and I am an indie author of 2 books. And we are now getting back into it. My sister has left, my mom has left. They were both visiting. They left on Tuesday though, and that's Sunday night. But I was just trying to get back into my life, so I didn't record anything. But it is now Sunday night, and earlier today I decided, you know what, this book is just giving me, it's just okay. So I have page set up already for the second draft and like edits I'm gonna make, which essentially just means things I need to add in. And I literally have a bullet point that says action, 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 because there's so much action that needs to be added. Like there's essentially like nothing. I mean, there's one scene in there in it right now that's like action, but there's so much that needs to be added. And at the beginning I like alluded to one of the things I know I need to add, and then I just never continued on with that storyline. So I think I realized I'm on like chapter 25 or something, that there are just, especially these end scenes, so many of it has to do with the action. Like I need stuff to happen for me to know how to write it. So I just decided I'm gonna skip to the end because the epilogue is like a month later, so it's like it doesn't really have to do with the storyline, so I can write that. And then the last 2 chapters, so the last 4 scenes, not counting the epilogue, are like after the entire mess is done, like people starting to get into their normal lives kind of thing, the afterwards. Because there's so many characters, it has to be multiple scenes because I have to get all these characters in. But those 5 scenes, so like the 4 from the last 2 chapters and then the epilogue, I feel like I can write. So I literally opened to the epilogue and I was like, okay, let's just write that. So I started it. I have like 1 sentence in or something. And then I'm gonna go make pasta right now, and then I'm gonna try to write the epilogue and then work my way backwards. So I'll write the last 2 chapters afterward and just make my way backward. And then hopefully I'll be able to incorporate at least parts of the climax that I already like knew. Because I know I can't write the full thing because I don't know what's gonna be leading to it, but like at least write parts of it and then write parts of the scene. So basically this is definitely gonna be my shortest first draft for this series, but I think it's gonna be the longest book. I think the second draft is gonna be long. It's gonna be my longest second draft, so it's gonna be like the most I've added to it. So right now it's at like just under 41,000 words. I'm assuming this one will end at like 55,000 words because I'm skipping so much. I'm thinking closer to 50, but I think draft 2 is gonna be like 105,000 words. So yeah, I'm basically gonna double it for the second draft, which the second draft I'm gonna be doing late April, early May. So yeah, I'm just tired of writing this. I'm just tired of being here. Like I just need a completed draft so I can read through it and start thinking about what I need for later. I'm not gonna read through it now though. I'm gonna read through it right before I start draft 2, which is gonna be like end of April. But I just need to finish writing this book. Also, I can't move you from here because you're charging. You're at like 12%. But I put water on the stove so I can make pasta and I forgot about it. I just heard some like noise. I was like, what is that? I go to the kitchen. It's just burning over. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna burn this kitchen down. So I'm letting it cool and then I'm gonna go refill the pot and make pasta this time. But yeah, that is my day. I feel like also I did make it sound like I haven't had the best time writing. These past few days, I've written a ton. 16, 17, 18, 19. So those past 4 days, I wrote thousands of words. Like 2470 was my lowest day. My highest day was 4210. So let's see what, like, all together how much I added in 4 days. 13,700 exactly I added in just those 4 days. Today I've written 766 words so far. Not counting that 25 though, so a little bit more. So I've been like adding a ton. But I think because I started this early February and it's late March and I'm still in it, it's just dragging. Like, it never takes me this long to write a first draft. I say that, and now I realize that's a lie, because the first book of my fantasy series, I wrote half of it Camp Nano April, half of it Camp Nano July. But like, I literally wrote half of it and then just didn't work on it for a few months and then wrote the other half. That doesn't really count. But anyway, I'm so close to being done with this, and I'm just so excited to be done with it, and then just let it sit and burn a hole, and then I can get back to it with like a fresh, clear mind. Plus this week I'm trying to start draft 1 of book 2 of the fantasy series. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've been trying to start that for like 2 weeks now, but because I'm writing book 4 and this has been causing me so much problems, I just didn't get to it. So the goal is to get as much done as possible for book 4 in the next couple of days, because Tuesday I want to start the second book to the fantasy series. And I mean like start, like write 1 or 2 scenes. And then Wednesday I was gonna have like a dedicated 10K day, but I don't know if I'll do like 10K or if I'll just do it based on scene. But if it's based on scene, I feel like that'll average out to like, I don't know, 5 or 6 scenes, depending. I don't know. So yeah, basically by the end of Wednesday, the goal is to be like 6 chapters into the second book or something like that. So yeah, this has been a lot of rambling, but we've been away for a long time. So about 2 minutes after that last clip, my roommate came home with food, so I didn't end up making pasta, and then we talked for like a little over an hour. So now I have new plans. So I was planning on doing a 10K day for the second book in the fantasy series on Wednesday. Now I'm going out Wednesday night because Boston is doing this, like, a bunch of restaurants are doing like 3-course meals for like $40, kind of like basically cheaper 3-course meals and all of that stuff for this entire week. So I'm gonna go out with my roommate and her sisters. So I think I'm gonna move to Friday, which means I'll start writing the first scene to that on Thursday probably, which means I can dedicate Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to like just book 4. And hopefully I get somewhere. I feel like if I really dedicate the time, I can finish the draft by Wednesday. I finish the draft doesn't really mean much though, because so much will be missing, but like, I'll finish this draft. Anyway, good night. So my beta reader for the fantasy book 1 just sent me back the manuscript with her comments in it. It's made me so happy. Plus all of her, like, not in this, but like what she emailed me or like messaged me, she was like, oh my god, I love them so much, and I'm just like, me too. So this just makes me so happy. Stop. She said, but why am I crying too? And I don't know if she's being serious, but stop. Sometimes I want to just press this, like, leave this recorded while I read these comments, but like, I don't know how much it'll have to record, like how much space it'll have to take up, so I don't do it. But oh my god, my reactions. I also love this book so much that like, I just love getting back into it. I'm gonna get back into it in a couple of weeks too though. Okay, I'm gonna stop it too. Like, this is gonna be the last one, but okay, she highlighted this one section, like this entire section, right? And she was like, I don't think I've ever sobbed so much. And I'm just like, please tell me that's real, because stop it. Oh my god, I am having the best morning ever just reading these. It's afternoon now, but I'm having the best time ever reading these comments. I'm in the same sweater just because I couldn't be bothered to change the type of sweater I'm wearing. But it's 2 days later. I got no writing done yesterday. I got like cleaning and other work done, but no writing. But this morning, it's currently 12:30. But this morning, for an hour 15 minutes, I wrote the climax to book 4. Because remember, we talked about this. We're working backwards now. So I wrote the climax. It was longer than I thought it was gonna be, but it was a great time. So ideally, I'd like to finish this book tomorrow. So I have the 4 scenes left from the last 2 chapters that are like after the climax, and then the rest. So I have those 4 scenes like kind of for sure, and then the rest of the scenes, I'm thinking I'm just gonna write like parts of them that I kind of already know, because I'm not gonna be able to write the entire thing. I know that for sure. So I have like 4 or 5 more scenes like that. So yeah, the goal is just to write a few more scenes today, ideally. I keep saying that, and then I keep not doing it. Like, if I don't do it in the morning, I keep not doing it. So that's the problem. But currently, for the past like 10 minutes, I've been sitting here and I have 3 of my books open. I have book 4 for Widow Magic, I have Buttercup Baby, and I have the first book in the fantasy romance that I have. I have all 3 of those open because I have soundtracks to them. And I say soundtracks because they're not playlists, and here's why. I have decided I'm gonna, like, with the music, I'm gonna put in parentheses kind of where, like, which scene I imagine, like chapter/scene number, so that when people are listening, it's like a movie, you know? So when you're listening to it, it's like in a movie when the music comes in the background. Because I'm extra like that. So I already had some songs for each of them, but I'm trying to like look through my music to see if there's anything else that sticks out to me that I just haven't thought of, or that I haven't listened to in so long that it just didn't compute. But yeah, we are doing that right now. The first book of mine to have music in it is gonna be Buttercup Baby, because that's the next one coming out, because Claiming Darkness isn't gonna have a playlist/soundtrack in it. Like, the first 3 books don't, just because I never really had music for them. But book 4, we'll just add it all in there. And then the rest of my books, I'm thinking will have soundtracks in them. The novellas probably won't. They might though. We'll see. But yeah, it's a great time. We're just listening to music now. It's the shortest rough draft in this series. Not my shortest ever, but the shortest in this series. Also close to my shortest ever. And it's gonna be the longest book in the series, so look at that. But I finished. You could call it that because there's so many scenes that I skipped over, but I am calling this a finished draft. I'm not gonna touch it again for another month. And we finished at, I don't remember the exact word count, I'll put it up here, but it's like 48,300 or something like that. But we're done. Finally, I could stop stressing over that book. And I'll stress about it again in like a month. But next, we're gonna be going on to my fantasy series, so I'm so excited for that. I also spent, I don't remember if I talked, oh, I did. I remember making clips about it, but I spent hours, was it yesterday morning? The morning before that, reading beta, I think it was yesterday morning, reading beta feedback for my fantasy book, book 1. So I just want to get back into that, but I'm not letting myself yet, because I want to at least write like a quarter to the first half of book 2, so I could get the character who's the main character in book 2, I can get more of her thoughts and like the type of person she is, so I can incorporate her better in book 1. But finally I'm done with that draft. It's gonna need so much help, it's not even funny, but we're done. We're done. I'm gonna go body shower now, and then I'm going out with my roommate tonight. But we're done. Also, I read Father of the Bride earlier today. It took me like a few hours. Finished it. It was a great time. And ever since, I saw this TikTok like a couple days ago of this 42-year-old man. I was like, okay, now I understand the age gap because damn. So I get it. I get it. And the entire time I was reading it, I was like, this is a great time. So I get it. So I'm 100% not supposed to be doing this. It is Friday night, 8:55. I've been writing for exactly 1 hour, but I haven't been writing. You know, I've been outlining. So basically, for like 2 hours beforehand, I was daydreaming because I saw this one TikTok and it just sent me to like a whole daydream world. Of like a detective suspect kind of romance. So I like pretty much daydreamed the entire thing in those 2 hours. And then I decided I'm gonna write it down because I have this one document with a whole bunch of, well, I have this like one Scrivener file with a whole bunch of documents in it of like different ideas that I have that I just throw in, just like at some point I can end up writing it if I want. So I'm just throwing in as much as I can get, and I'm remembering a really good amount too, so I'm very shocked. But yeah, we're at 2,301 words. So it's going great, by the way, but this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I also didn't start writing Twins yesterday. I was supposed to, but I didn't write anything yesterday. I read 2 novellas instead. I will put them up here. They were both like 3 stars. They were like great, but like not great, you know? Like they were a fun time. But yeah, and today I haven't done any writing for Twins as well because again, I was supposed to be, but then I was daydreaming and then I needed to write that daydream down and I still need to write that daydream down. We are closer to like where I'm wrapping up, possibly. But yeah, I do want to write a bit of Twins today, literally like one scene. Like I don't need to write a lot. And then tomorrow, I had planned to binge Bridgerton because I think it came out today. So we'll see when I do that. I might do a little bit later and just stay up late doing that so that I can get a bit of work done. But as I say that, I'm also, we'll see if I even wake up early enough to do any of that. So yeah. Anyway, it's been a great time. I need to go post an IG reel real quick and then we are getting back into this. It is another hour later. It's 9:49, so just under another hour later. And we finished the outline. Technically, the last like little bit of it isn't there because it's like more the climax section, and that's, I don't really know, especially because it's like a detective story, so I'm like, I would need to really hash that out. But it's written into parts. Currently there are 6 parts, and I feel like we're gonna do 7 parts. I feel like there'll be one more for like the climax, you know? Or 8 for like the climax, and then for the after. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a great time, and I finally have it all written out. It took 4,108 words. But it was a great time. So yeah, we did that for the past like 2 hours. So now I'm gonna go ahead, give myself like a 10-minute break or so. And then maybe a little bit more, and then try to get at least like half an hour's worth of writing for Twins 2, so that I call it Twins, even though I'm gonna call the series Catchers, so I should start saying that in these videos. But anyway, for that series, but I also have some work I need to get done for like real life stuff, so I might do that to let my creative like juices run again, and then go into Twins for like half an hour, not long, just literally. I'm thinking to just do the prologue because the prologue, I mean, I pretty much have most of that book outlined, but the prologue was originally going to be like from someone else's perspective, but then I was looking at it, I was like, no, this needs to be from like this other person's perspective, and it's so much better, the thought of it. So yeah, we're gonna write that today, hopefully. And then yeah, ideally tomorrow I'll wake up early enough, which I have not been waking up early at all this week, but early enough to get like 1 chapter, maybe 2 chapters of Twins Book 2 written, because we have not done a 10K day. I don't see myself doing a 10K day. I might do one on Monday, actually. So I might finish this video right here that we're filming by Sunday, or like by Saturday night, we'll see. And then like edit it, post it on Sunday, and then film a 10K day on Monday and post that on Tuesday or Thursday or something like that. I like that idea. Also, next week is April, which means next week is April Camp Nano, and I don't have my project yet. Don't know what it's gonna be, because I'm gonna be working on multiple things. So like, I don't know which one I'm gonna post as my project. So I'm gonna post one as my project. I just don't know what. But anyway, this was a great time, and I just, oh my god, I already love this story. And I'm like, no, it's just shiny new project syndrome cannot be happening right now. So yeah, they also don't have names, so I just put F and M, so like female and male for them. But it's a great time. It is Saturday, 4:45. I wrote the prologue to Twins today, which came out so much better than I was like anticipating. I just really like the way it came out. Did not expect to write it like that, but it was great. Now we're making coffee, and then I'm gonna get a chocolate bar because my roommate's sister is doing the world's finest, you know, those fundraiser bars, so I bought a few. So I'm gonna go pick out my flavor, and then we're gonna get to writing. I've been thinking about the detective suspect thing for a while today, so yeah. I also earlier today set that one as my Camp Nano project, so we'll see. I only set it to 25,000, so like I'm not expecting to get the entire thing done, but okay. But to be fair, yesterday, because I basically, when I wrote those 4,000 words, I just dumped all the words down of like what's happening, and then later around like midnight I actually turned it into an outline. So we have like 20 or 21 straight through chapters outline, except for 2 of the chapters within there are empty because I needed that, like this going female male, yes, going female male female male, so I needed those in there. But I just realized we have that little statue. My roommate's always picking up little things. I just noticed this. That is so cute. Anyway, oh, and this, look at that, it's really cute, huh? Anyway, up to like 2021 is done, and that's not considering the climax because I hadn't put that in the dump, so it's not in the outline either. So I'm thinking this original first draft will be around 30 chapters, which is already kind of long considering Buttercup Baby's final draft is 30 chapters. So yeah, but basically this would happen with Buttercup Baby as well. I pretty much outlined the entire thing in like 1 or 2 nights, and if I really sit down and want to, I can probably outline the end to this tonight too. I'm not going to, I'm gonna let it flow with the story, I think, because once I write the first few and get an idea of how I want the suspect background to turn out, I'll be able to outline the rest better. But anyway, I also started Twins 2, which is the more important update because I need to start writing that. I only have the prologue done now. I think I'm gonna move my laptop here and just work from here because these chairs are more comfortable than my chair. My chair is so uncomfortable. Everybody who sits in it is like, this is trash. I'm like, I know. So yeah.